Okay, this is a quick video using Ableton Live 12. So some of the features I like. Down here in the corner, simply hit that, click this button here. And these little buttons here. So there's your MIDI. If you need to see that, you can close it. Click here. If you want to see the tracks or the tab, instead of having a tab, you just stay in one view, right? And you could just click and see everything. Love that. The filter thing, I'm not super fond of, if I'm being blatantly honest. It's okay, but I was fine with the way it was. That didn't really make a difference to me at all. Maybe it will down the road, and I don't know. When it comes to the drum rack, though, I'll say that the drums, I appreciate the way they did this drum rack with the fact of, like, let's say I'm in my drum samples here, and I bring a kick in, and I click this button. Now I can go through kicks right here till I find the one I want and lock it. That's kind of cool. So let's say this piano piece up here is playing, and I want to hear what oh, it's not playing it. That may be something they need to fix. It only plays when... So let's see if I play it now. I'm going to try something different. Watch, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to try it up here. Interesting. So it plays it here, but it doesn't play it in the rack when I'm switching it. Now, that's something I would like them to do. Let me see. Hold up. I could play it on my MIDI controller, but it'd be nice if it does the same thing when you go through here. So if I'm playing something... This will make me use my samples more. So this is a great thing because, let me say this, because I stay on the same type of kicks and kits. Okay. This might make me, like, I like this kick, okay? So I'm going to try it. That's kind of cool. I like this, though. This might make me use the drum rack a little bit more. One of the reasons I didn't use the drum rack, and this may be something that I wish Ableton might add to it, is so if I get here, but I want to pitch this sample somewhere else, I don't think, and unless somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, when it's in here, I can't pitch that sample. I mean, I might be able to pitch it somewhere in here. Let's see. Nope, sample. So I guess you could detune it here or something like that. But being able to play it up the, like, for instance, if I take this sample here, and let's say I go to snare up here, right? And I drop it in, and I one-shot it. Now I can, hold on, let me put the record up here. It's like having an MPC with 16 levels, right? That's one of the things I do like about the MPC is being able to do that. So when you're on the drum rack, they should do, like, if I'm playing, if I highlight that sample, which I need to actually press the record down here, I can only use that sample as it sounds. I can't run it, I can't use it in other pitches. I don't know if that's possible, something they could add. Nope. So I don't see where it's added to be able to do that. That's, to me, something that I still want from Ableton, is to do that. If it's in the drum rack and I click on that sample, here it is right here, let me play that thing up the keyboard however I want, right? Otherwise, for me, the drum rack, I kind of don't, that's why I don't use it much. I use just drop the sample into a thing because I really do have to play it up the thing. Sometimes the pitch will sound a little bit better on a certain track. For some reason in my head, I can hear the pitch being different, and I'll use that pitch instead of using the other. I don't know. It's just something that I like. So I don't know if Ableton's listening or not. But and by the way, if you want to switch all of them, you switch them all up here, which is kind of cool. So let's say I didn't lock this one. This is really good. This is like XLN's plugin that does that, where it gives you like all your samples and then it just boom can. So I wish there was a way that, and I mean it's doing it right now without me. I didn't label these sounds or anything. They were just sound samples that I have, right? So that's kind of cool. That's a great feature. Being able to lock the scale up here is nice. I think that's kind of cool. A cool feature that I definitely like. And plus, I'm tired of having to name my scale what it is and go back and remember what it is, so I have to look at the track. If I just click into a track randomly, I want to be able to know what it is, and this is going to be beautiful for that. What else? So yeah, those are the only features. I mean, the MIDI generative stuff is neat and all. I don't know how much I'll use it. Occasionally when I'm like not figuring out what I want to do, or I need some help, that might come in handy. But for me, that's about all so far. I'm going to keep looking into it and give you guys another video update on what I think a little bit later. This is just my first reaction to it because I literally just put it on. And I wanted to see, you can still tab between here if you want that full mixer view. But for me, I'll be honest, I'm cool with just clicking down here and seeing it here. Because a lot of times I change the sends in here, but I'm not actually I'm not actually doing much otherwise with this mixer. I might adjust a level here or there. But you can see, one of the things I used to do is if I had the plugin open, I'm just adjusting it right here. So for me, having the mixer is like, yeah, okay. Doesn't really make that big of a difference to me. But it's nice to see that it can be on one screen. Because even though, in theory, I still got to click something to get there. So what's the difference in doing this and tabbing back and forth between the two screens? I really don't see much of a difference. That part I don't think really bothered me so bad. But for those that it bothered and they hated doing that, and they just wanted all on one screen, you got it. All on one screen. Unless your screen, although let's see if I maximize this thing. How much space does that give me? Not much though, right? Not a lot of space. So pretty neat. Definitely, I feel like I can see where other people said, hey, we wish this would have been just put on live 11, because things like that, come on now. And the mixer thing, come on now. Like really? You know, the filtering is an extra added bonus. To be able to, switch from drums and stuff like that, that's a pretty good added bonus. But certain things like this should have been commonly just put there. Most DAWs have, they have a spot up top to be able to put that. So I think that part should have been added to 11. In my opinion, I still feel like it should be added to 11. And being able to see the mixer doesn't bother me, but it would be nice if that was added to 11. And then 12 it needs to have some more stuff to make it even more. But the MIDI generative part is a big step, in my opinion. I didn't even try the built-in audio. Hold on, let's do this. Close that out. So the audio effects, let's see. Oh, there's Roar. Yeah, let's see what Roar does. I'm gonna use a preset on this because I don't really fuzz. Holy Toledo, that's a little much. So you can adjust the dry wet. So this is cool. I don't see myself really caring that much about Roar. I mean, it's okay. It's good. It's not bad at all. By no means am I saying that. I think I'm because I have so many plugins that do it, even though that's a built-in plugin, I don't see myself getting like overly like wowed by that at all, to be honest with you. There was one plugin, I think it's under the instruments plugin, and I'm sure they'll probably add some more stuff. What was the instrument that was new that some people were talking about? It's not analog. Some of this stuff has already been here. Was it Wavetable? No, Wavetable's on the other one. Anyway, there's another plugin. I can't remember what it was. Meld. That's what it is. Yeah. Let's see what sounds they have in there. Well, they got quite a few presets in there. That's kind of cool. I know somebody will enjoy this more than me. I'm not like a synth head, so that probably is why it doesn't really impress me that much. It's okay. I actually did and still do enjoy Drift a lot more. I like stuff like Tree Tone where it was more ambient. I actually used that in one of my albums. Used it on some of the tracks. So that was kind of cool. What is DS Sampler? I don't even know if I use... Oh. Drag and drop a sample. All right, whatever. I don't know. So Meld is new. I think that you need more instruments than that to make me feel like 12 is that much better. The generative stuff is cool, but I don't think I would use it as much as some people may use it. And I'm not... After using this, I'm thinking the stuff that I really like is some basic stuff that they added. So I don't know. Now I see why some people are not as impressed. And this is just my first take. I'm gonna use it for a little while, obviously, and see how much I like it. But so far, I haven't seen anything that's just like wowed me yet to the maximum. Mine is simple stuff like this, like I said, and being able to pull the mixer up really quick right here. But I can't see, if I have to press that button, what's the difference between hitting tab? I guess being able to see it right in front of you while it's playing. You know what? That is kind of nice. Because you can watch it while it goes and adjust the... Yeah, I'm gonna credit that portion. If that is worth it to you between that, lock and scale, and being able to have that mixer, I think that's solid. Yeah, that's solid. Okay. I'm trying, you see, I'm trying to justify it. It doesn't matter because the Ableton workflow is still what I like. So it doesn't matter what I use. I'm going to still enjoy it one way or the other. So cool. I know I heard they're starting the beta testing for the Push 3. I don't have a Push 3 and I probably won't be getting one because I don't want to drop $2,000 on the standalone, and I'm not about to drop $1,000 on a controller. It's just not happening when I can control everything, as you see, with the mouse and keyboard and be just fine. But I think that's kind of cool, and I'm hoping that they enhance it better to make it more ready for not only Live 12, but also like a smoother workflow maybe would be good. Based on what I've seen, it seems kind of like using it, you have to jump around a lot. I'm going to try to keep this video, by the way, under 20 minutes because this is it's a lot of me looking and just examining what I see here. I was thinking that there's one thing I wanted to show you too with the drums. Hold on, let me pull it up. So let's go to drum rack, like we were at a drum rack. Okay, I'm gonna drop one here. I showed you, not being able to play this sample in here while this is playing. But the crazy thing is you can play the samples up here while, let's see, piano, let's do kicks. Right here, it plays while it's doing it. So it's kind of confusing that they didn't see how I can just, and if I hit down or up on my keyboard, it's doing the same thing. Okay, so when it's down here, let's just grab one, throw it down here. And this thing is playing here. Stop, play. I can play it with my keyboard here, but let's say I want to turn this little thing on here, and I want to be able to go through the sounds. It plays it. See how it's playing it when it stopped? Now watch when I start this, it doesn't do it. See, it's just switching. Now if I sit here and press it with my hand, that can be good and bad. I would prefer it to be still cycling through when I'm the same way. If I do it here, it needs to be the same here in the drum rack, because nobody really wants to. I gotta learn some key commands for dropping that menu so I can do it faster, because otherwise tab is easier for me. But speaking of key commands, let's go up here and see navigate view. Okay, let's see. So it should be one on here. Okay, there's the browser, no editor. Should be one on here to view the mixer. Ah, there it is. Really? I gotta do all that to view the mixer? So what is that? Shift Command M? Shift Command M? Nope. Shift Command M is a MIDI. It was MIDI. Hold on. So if I do, let's go here, and I go Shift Command M. Yeah, it creates a MIDI. So that's the wrong button. That's got to be the wrong button I pressed. What is this? That symbol is command. Oh, okay. Option command. Okay. Option Command M. Hey, we figured it out. So that's cool because they're right there next to each other, because that would have been messed up. So I'm going to be learning some new commands here, obviously, and I need to figure that out. But that's good to know they're right here if I just want to pull it up. So if I don't want to use the mouse, I got command. I love commands. I just love them. All right, cool. I got to go through MIDI effects, see how that works. I do like the fact that if I click delay, it brings up the delay. What do you know? That's the filters I think the filters are going to grow on me. Audio effects. Because otherwise you do have to, like, if you use filter or use this stuff, you got to kind of go through. Like, see, here's modulator, generative. Okay. That's actually pretty good, though. Nice filters that they put on there. I ain't going to complain about that. Modulators by itself. Okay, they put the modulators by itself. That's good because I used to get confused when I try to find an LFO sometimes, and then I'd be like, is it under audio? Is it where, trying to figure all that out. So that's nice. The Max for Live stuff is a nightmare looking in here. Look how much stuff I got in here because I've been getting. So this thing, I got to start using this thing. Ooh, it crashed. Or did it? I don't know. Maybe it didn't crash. I love this plugin. It's a tape machine plugin to bring stuff in. I want to use it as just an effects to process sound and record it. But whatever. I'm going to have to work with that. That's not a part of what I was really trying to show y'all, but I be getting sidetracked sometimes. So they do have it in audio. It looks like the audio, ooh, this is good. So they put the devices based on that. Or you got like whether, let's see, delay. This is actually going to be good because I have so many devices in here that I'll be honest, I get confused sometimes. Like, which one am I really looking for? So with the Max for Live, especially because it's broke down into audio, instrument, and MIDI, just like you have instrument, audio, and MIDI here, and they're separate. If you don't have if you don't have the suite, you don't have Max for Live. But if you have the suite and you have all these other plugins, sometimes you'd be like, I want to use one, but I don't know what in the world I'm looking at. So now you kind of got that, right? They show you which ones are the instruments. And there's one in here I'm really looking forward to. I may have to download it. See, this is Granulator 2. Is this the new one? It looks the same. This is the old one. I think there's a Granulator 3, to which I will have to go and download because I don't see it on here. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, it would be in here because that's usually where it's at. So I'll have to download it. But yeah, Granulator 3, I am really super interested in using that because I like granulating plugins. I got a few of them myself that I really enjoy. All right, I said 20 minutes, now I'm over at 22. Let me get this video. This is just my first impressions, just kind of me talking. But I just wanted you guys to see Live 12. I got the beta. So I'm going to be doing some videos on the beta and my thoughts on certain things. As I discover more features and things, I'll be doing a couple videos. If you don't like Live 12, I hope you still click on the video. Just look at it, even if you just watch it for a few seconds. I'll try to make them interesting, but I won't be doing them often because I know there's some people that just don't use Live 12 or Live period. So I don't want to make it my channel all about Live, even though I personally use it. I'll talk about it occasionally, but I promise you it won't be everything on my channel, So, all right, let's get out of that full screen mode. All right, guys, that's it. There's some cool features coming for those that have Live 11 Suite. You got to make a decision whether you want to get it. I think they said $183 is the cost to upgrade right now at this point. Some people may want to wait till later. I totally get it. If you don't need a lot of this stuff, like the scale lock and all these the features, probably won't mean much to you to grab it. But if not, if you got it at a good rate, you might as well get it because it's some cool stuff. All right, I'm out.